We're here and we're ready to share things with you guys. Things about questions that you've asked. We're going to play some little Would You Rather. It's going to be loads of fun. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sort of go in like this clockwise direction and have everyone introduce themselves, give just a little short bio. Let's start with Steph.
Oh,
You're top left as far as I'm
all right.
looking at.
Hi. I'm Stephanie from Stephanie Stitches. I'm a quilter, long arm quilter, pattern writer, mom, homeschooler, all the things.
All the things.
Yeah.
And what got you started in quilting?
My grandmother taught me to sew when I was really, really little. And she actually wasn't a quilter. She was a garment sewer. And she tried to teach me how to sew clothes. I was garbage at it. But then my aunt sewed quilts and she taught my grandma how to sew a quilt. And that kind of led me to quilting. So I have been quilting for quite a while and I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now I know to my channel, a lot of you guys may not know Claudia, but Claudia is amazeballs. You have to go check out her channel. I am not kidding. Claudia, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
Well, thank you so much for that introduction. I've been quilting for just about 30 years, maybe a little bit over. I do a lot of online writing. I'm an Island Batik ambassador through the end of the year, and hopefully next year, fingers crossed, they announce it in January. I also am doing the Cotton Cunts mystery quilt next year. I do a lot of pattern designing, a lot of free tutorials and free patterns. I love writing free tutorials, and I really do like writing online articles and things like that. And that's what I do.
That's amazing. I mean, like, I know how hard it is to like just start and decide you want to do something and then, try to like make something of in the quilting world, especially like you start on YouTube and you've been on for what, like a couple of years now, 3 years?
Well, way back when I first started online writing, I wrote for another website and I did a couple videos. They're really, really bad, really bad. And then I thought about 3.5 years ago, I just said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go for it. And that's when I really started. I decided every time I write a tutorial on my website, I would add a video, even if it's just a short one or whatever. So that's what I've really tried to do more of.
Perfect. Well, I'm so glad that I found you and can't wait to just go and see more of your stuff. I'm telling you, I'm a fan.
Thank you so much. You're very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you guys, there's Kathy right there. Kathy Kreations. Why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your little pup there?
Oh, okay. Well, my pup is Laney, so she always wants to be held. That's why she's being held. So I started sewing back in school. So in junior high, I took home ec. So that's got me interested. But my grandma was the one that did all the quilting. My mother didn't do any kind of sewing whatsoever. So that's why I wanted to get into sewing, was to do all the quilting. But back when I started, it was back in 1980, and it was all done by hand. It wasn't done by machine where I lived. So I had to learn it all by hand. And then as it got into the machine, that's like when I jump started and just ran off with it.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't it sense?
Yeah.
I love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you've been making or sewing up the Fort Worth Fabric Studio patterns for at least a couple years now, right?
Yeah, I did. Even before they reached out to me, I was going online and getting their kits and some of their free patterns and did them up and showed everybody. And then they asked me to do it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
They're fun.
Okay. And now we're going to move on to Miss Georgia Sunshine. She's the only one today who's not a quilter, but she is an unboxer extraordinaire. So if you have not been to her channel, you really need to go over there and check her out. Tell us how you got started, honey bun.
Thanks. Well, I was always the mom that did the Girl Scout mom and the room mom and the hockey mom and all the things. And then as my kids got older, they didn't want me around as much. How dare they? And I started watching YouTube videos, unboxings, hauls, things like that, and decided I thought I could do it. And so I started, and the rest is history.
Oh my gosh. And you open everything. I mean, there's like tell us all the different categories that you can remember that you unbox for, because it's not like you just do one thing. Like, people can go to your channel and see just about anything that is boxed being unboxed.
Yes, I do lots of clothing videos. That's what people like to see: fashion, lifestyle, makeup, stationery, pretty much any box except in the adult realm, if you know what I mean. I don't do those, but I always keep it really positive and really fun. Occasionally you'll see me cook a cooking box, like a HelloFresh or a Home Chef, or I just did a crock pot subscription box not too long ago. I did a pressure cooker subscription box. So if it's a subscription box, you can find it on my channel. But I also do like Dollar Tree hauls and Nordstrom or Walmart or Target fun budget friendly hauls too. So all the fun stuff, and I always keep it super positive because it's crazy right now in the world, and sometimes you just need a place to come and exhale and relax for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
true.
Okay, and we had to have a little bit of testosterone in the building here. So I thought that I would get my favorite guy to come on and talk to us. Brett, introduce yourself, although you need no introduction.
Peace. Thanks for that. Hey everyone, I'm Brett. Known maybe as Natural Born Quilter by some of you. I have been sewing and quilting for almost 6 years this coming spring. Live up in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where it's super, super cold right now. I am a quilter. I am a fabric designer, pattern designer, dad, husband, work for the government. Yeah.
Oh, you work for the government. Okay, well, we're going to concentrate on the quilt part.
Yeah.
And the snow part, because I've been seeing all the snow over in your area. And yeah, I'm super jellyfish right now about the snow.
Yeah, it's very cold, but it's fun.
What is that behind you? I like that. It's I know that it's your stag and thistle, and I love it.
Yeah.
That was just a fun little pillow mini that I threw together a while ago, and I have it up behind me there. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're gonna get started. I know that you guys have been we have been collecting some questions from the audience, and so does anybody have one that they want to toss out real quick? I know we probably won't be able to get to all of them, but we are going to say the questions that we have been receiving, and then I'll try to also kind of look in the comments and see if I see anything and I can bring it into it. That's what I'll do. Stephanie, I know you had some. Why don't you go?
Yeah. Okay. So Kristy touched a little bit on this, but Jim Bennett asked, what made you start a YouTube channel for the people that have a YouTube channel?
Okay. Steph, do you want to answer it?
Yeah, I can. I actually started my YouTube channel at the request of another quilt store, Creative Notions. A lot of you know them. She'd asked me to sew up a quilt block for a block of the month tutorial that she was doing. So I was like, well, how do I do that? And she's like, you have to have a YouTube channel. So that's kind of how I started mine. And I've kind of trickled until recently. And lately I've done Vlogmas and I've put up more videos and I'm kind of really enjoying it. I'm a shy introvert, so it's kind of helping me come out of my shell a bit. So I'm having a good time.
I agree. It is having you come out of your shell, and I think it's great. You're like have so many talents in designing and putting all the quilts together. So you do a great job, and we are happy to have you here. Claudia, what about you? How did you start YouTube? I know you kind of touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, well, it was just a great sort of segue from articles I was writing, and there was one in particular, and I thought I wanted to demonstrate. It was actually like a recipe, or I forget exactly what it was, and I needed to demonstrate. It was hard to take pictures of it, and so that's how I decided. I said, well, I figure I have a phone, and I thought I would give it a try, and then I did a few, and then I stopped for a couple of years, and then when I really started my website and everything, that's when I really went back into it more.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to go and check out more of your videos. I will admit, everyone knows I don't have a whole lot of time, but I definitely want to go and check out your technique and stuff. So
Oh,
I'm gonna let you know what I think.
just don't look at the old ones now.
That's what I say too. I'm like, oh my goodness, don't go back to the first ones, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
What about you, Kathy?
Well, I was watching YouTube and talking about it out of work, and then my coworker that sat right next to me, she goes, "You know, you can do one of those because you bring all kinds of things in that are just cute as a dickens." So I said, "Well, I don't know what kind of name to have on it," because everybody else, I thought their names were great. And she goes, "Well, all the things you made are cute, and they're all your creations. So why don't you just have it with your name in it?" So she's the one that made up the name for the thing, and got me going. So that was it. So, and of course,
Awesome.
mine were all crummy at the beginning too.
Kathy, tell us all where you from, honey, because I can hear that accent.
A whole bunch of stuff in there, that accent, because right now I'm in Baltimore, but I've been in Texas and Alaska and Japan and Illinois and Oklahoma and Missouri. So that's all that combined.
All right. All
Wow.
right. All right, Miss Georgia Sunshine, my bestie. How did you get going?
I just was watching videos and thought I could do it, and I threw it up there. I didn't actually start out to be an unboxing channel. I thought I was going to vlog, and learned very quickly that that was not going to happen. My husband does not like to be on camera, and kids are hard to film with.
Yeah.
So I started showing other things, and those were the videos that were getting the most views. And I just really liked it. I feel like probably in your community, the quilting community, you do see a lot of older ladies or gentlemen. But in my area, there's not a lot of people my age. A lot of people my age. And so I feel like there's a niche there. People were looking for somebody that was their age and going through the same things. And so it just kind of took off.
Live TV, guys. Live TV.
And I couldn't find the mute button. I was like, where is it?
It's okay. It's okay.
Is that right?
You like pups. It's fine.
Quiet.
Now, Brett, I know that you don't have a YouTube channel, but I just saw a question pop up where people would like for you to talk about the quilting style that you prefer, if you have a preference, and how that came about.
Yeah, I am not on YouTube. It's a time management thing for me. I know a lot of people are trying to encourage it. I work full time in parenting and fabric design, so. But yeah, quilting. I kind of always say I'm contemporary traditional because I really love kind of more modern fabrics, but with maybe more traditional patterns. So you'll see kind of, if you can check me out on Instagram or Facebook at Natural Born Quilter, or my website if since I'm not on YouTube. And then I have my patterns I've designed on there. I love foundation paper piecing, like, you know, classic New York beauty blocks, but with like really vibrant fabrics. So, you know, being a fabric designer, I get to use some of my own fabrics that I've designed, which is really exciting. So yeah, I don't know if that summarizes that.
No, that does. That's pretty good. And Claudia, same question. People are interested, since they are new to seeing you here. They'd love to know what types of quilting you like to do.
I think I veer more towards the traditional, but honestly, I love it all, and I'm just amazed at especially some of the modern patterns coming out. It's really intriguing me. I think sometimes I notice my newer patterns sort of veer a little bit towards that, but honestly, deep down inside, I love scrap quilts. I mean, I need pattern, but I love scrappy fabrics. I just love to play with the colors and see how they turn out. And I think any colors pretty much go together, with the exception of a few. But
well, you're going to find a lot of followers right there, because I know a lot of people like doing scrap quilts. And I did see that you were starting, or recently anyway, you had started doing English paper piecing. And that, how do you like that? You like that?
It's okay. I have to get used to it. It was actually an Island Batik Ambassador project. It was our final project for 2021. And so it was interesting for me. And I also have a few issues with my right hand. So I didn't know how to sew on a machine until about like 5 years into quilting. So my first quilts were actually all by hand, like piecing and quilting them. And but that hurt my hand, and so now I can't do as much hand stitching as I wish I could. So I think I'll tackle like smaller, maybe hexes. I started out with something really with long sharp points, and it just was a little tough for me.
Okay. All right, guys, listen, I'm thinking that we should start the little would you rather, because I think that's going to be fun. For all of you guys who are watching, we all have an A and a B. I'm going to ask the question, and then everyone's going to hold up either A or B, depending on what they, how they want to answer it. Everything in our would you rather is clean. Okay, so I just want to let y'all know, because a lot of people know about
Also,
that's
for
the pub. Like, go ahead, Steph.
I was gonna say for whoever's watching, comment below your would you rather in the comments so we can read those too.
Oh yes, that would be great. You guys let us know A or B for you. Okay, so I have a ton of them. I'm just gonna like pick them at random. Okay. Would you rather be able to A,
Please take them
slow
down.
down time by 10%, or B,
I'm on
jump
video.
3 times higher as you can right now? A, slow down time by 10%, or B, jump 3 times as high as you can right now. I'm the only one who wants to jump really high?
Clearly, the rest of us want more time to sew.
All you talk about is how busy you are. You need
I
more
know.
time.
I know, but jumping high is pretty cool. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a hard one. Look, everybody wants to slow down time. Okay, let's see. All right, this is a good one. Would you rather live in a cave? A, live in a cave, or B, live in a treehouse? Oh, we all want a treehouse.
I mean, have we all seen the movie Swiss Family Robinson? That's like the dream, right?
I know,
Right.
I know. But the cave sounds nice and cool though. So I don't know. I was like kind of up in the air on that one.
Yeah,
we
but in
need
the
the
cave,
light.
you're dark. It's dark and underground in the cave.
I know, right?
And wet and
And
damp.
musty.
I'm too nosy. I got to see everything up in the tree.
Yeah.
Have you been
The
in a
fabric
cave?
will get moldy. So
I've
you can't.
been in a cave. Yeah.
Okay.
Cave. I'm just, all I can think about is that I would much prefer having like damp coolness than being hot. I don't know. I just don't like being hot. I sweat enough for
We'll
like
have that-
20 people.
You'll have that breeze
without
up there
doing
going
anything.
through the windows in the treehouse. That
Let me tell you something. Windows don't always help me. Just saying. It's a lot of sweat. If I'm at the airport and all I'm doing is like carrying one bag. By the time I sit down at the chair, like to wait for the darn thing to load, I've got like big old bags of sweat under here. My scalp is sweating. No. Okay, we're gonna do the next one. Let me see. I'm gonna try another page. Would you rather have would you rather always have a full phone battery, or B, a full gas tank? And there you go. We all want gas in the car.
yeah.
Because gas is expensive.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like I was just in the car with Kristy. She's going, I'm really on E. I'm not gonna make it to the gas station.
It's true. I was like talking to Stephanie and Yvette, and I was like, stay on the car with me. Stay on the phone with me. I think I'm going to run out of gas. I made it, though. I made it.
Yep. You did make it. You did. Okay. Now this one, I saw this one, and I was like, I don't even know what this last thing is. So we're going to see how we answer it, because I just think it's hilarious. Would you rather have the olfactory senses of a dog? Okay, would you rather A, have the olfactory senses of a dog, or B, see more colors in the electromagnetic spectrum like a mantis shrimp?
I went with A.
You're going with A? You're going,
Yep.
You want to be like your dog?
Yep. I want to smell everything.
Yeah. See, I think I would rather not smell everything. I'm just being honest.
Well,
have
that's all right.
spelled
I
quite
can
a
plug
bit.
it up. I can plug that up. You'll have to shut your eyes.
We're quilters. I'd rather see color better. I could care
That's
less.
what
about
I was
color.
thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Would you rather A, be fluent in legalese, or B, fluent in French? All right, we got 4 for legalese and 2 for French. What's everybody saying down there?
It looks like it's mixed.
It's
Kinda
most
mixed.
people are saying French, but it is quite mixed.
Yeah.
It's quite mixed.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Would you rather have A, a personal maid, or B, a personal chef?
Oh, easy.
Yeah, I'll eat top ramen every night. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Clean my house, please.
I have
Clean
4
the house.
children. The maid would be amazing.
Oh my goodness. Seriously, I'll eat like chips and dip. I don't even care. Just keep the house clean.
No, I want the food. Bring it on.
Well, I'm so picky anyway. I probably wouldn't like half of what they cook. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay, would you rather be A, YouTube famous, or B, TV famous?
Ooh. I guess A. I don't know.
Oh, geez.
Listen, I think that probably those of us who are on YouTube
Yeah, there we go.
have got just about enough of the famous as we can handle.
That's
We're
true.
good. I'm like, yep, this is the top of my limit. I think I'm okay. And I watch them chasing like Jennifer Aniston around. I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Would you rather A, only be able to use a fork, never a spoon, or B, only be able to use a spoon, never a fork? Tough question. Actually, guys, I hardly ever use a fork. I use a spoon for like almost everything. Unless
Y'all,
I'm like,
somebody just put C.
C.
Is there a C?
Who was that? I want to know who are they a follower of? I want to know.
Most things you could eat with a spoon, but you can't eat soup with a fork.
Right? And I don't know why. It seems like you can get more on it on a spoon.
Right.
And that's all I'm concerned about, apparently. Okay. I'm just going to go along with the food thing. Oh, someone is saying chopsticks. Okay. Would you rather A, eat rice with every meal and never be able to eat bread, or B, eat bread with every meal and never be able to eat rice?
Oops.
What happened to Brett?
Uh-oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
no.
he'll probably come back. I hope he'll come back. I think he might be having a bit of weather up there.
He couldn't choose. He jumped ship.
He's like, that's it. I can't do it.
Can't take it anymore.
It's too much. There he is. He's back.
Yay.
We were like, it's too tough a decision. He just can't hang. I don't think he heard me.
He was frozen.
He's still hooking up.
Yvette, do we want to take a break for a minute from the game and talk about the giveaways?
Yeah, that's perfect. Because I know everybody wants a giveaway.
Yep.
Why don't we start with you, Miss Georgia Sunshine?
Are you posting a link? Is that what we're doing?
Well, there's a link in my description box right now. I know it's not in everybody's, so let me, I will type it down here. I don't know if it'll let you guys click. Let's see if it will. And what I'll do is I'll also write it on my paper here. If I could find a pen. Oh, look, a pen. Oh my goodness. And then hold it up so that y'all can see it just in case. And I will also say it. What are we? Okay, so I just put the link in there. It is Piecing It Real, and I know I'm using that domain, but I had to. So piecingitreal.com/ultimate creator giveaway. And I will write it on my sheet of paper and hold it up. And there are several giveaways that are listed. And what we're going to do is I will run that through Saturday night at midnight. And then on Sunday, I will in order pick winners to see. Does not anybody? Oh, Stephanie's got it. Okay, cool. Stephanie put a link as well.
Yep.
And Wanda is saying all she sees is her comments. I don't know about that. I feel really bad about that. I don't know how to fix that. Is everyone only seeing their comments?
I can see everybody's on my channel.
I can only see my subscribers' comments, and so I can't see any of the links.
Oh, okay. So you don't see the ones that say paired?
I just see ones that say paired.
Yeah.
Well, most of them will say paired for you guys because the only ones that won't say paired are the ones that are coming from your channel.
Yeah, so I don't have anything that says paired.
You don't have anything that says paired?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to do some more research.
Well, could we add the link later to our descriptions?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold it up. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
piecingitreal.com/ultimate-creator-giveaway.
Awesome.
And all you have to do is put your email address in, and then you will automatically get a entry. So that's all you have to do. There's not a whole bunch of, rigmarole you have to do. You'll automatically be entered. And then we will, I'll just pick one, as we're going along. And maybe I'll get somebody on there with me so that there's like proof that I didn't cheat.
So I have a lot of people saying they can't get the link. So let me just say this again. We'll put it in the description box after the video is over. Yes. So if you're not seeing the link, you don't have to tag us. We'll put it in the description box afterwards. And there's, I think, 6 giveaways? No, there's more than that. How many giveaways are there?
Well, I think that there are 5 of us who are doing giveaways, and some people are doing more than one. And what you're also going to see is that Brett is giving us a discount, 25% off digital patterns in his shop through December 31st. So that's going to be a benefit for you guys as well. And all of that I'm going to put in the description box after we're all done, because I want to make sure we had everything all set. So you'll be able to get all of that.
Okay. Yes. I got the link to work, Yvette. You just have to put an S in front of the HTTP or after the HTTP. Then it works.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and do that. The only thing is I know that sometimes there's an issue with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't let us do that. So that's
anybody
perfect.
on my channel, I've put that link, the correct link in my chat now. So if you want to click on that, you can go ahead and enter.
Awesome. Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm trying to type it again too. Do you guys want to
shoot
talk
another
about
question out here, or
go ahead?
Do you want me to shoot another question out for everybody?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This was a good general question. What is everyone's favorite holiday tradition?
Like Christmas holiday, or it doesn't matter?
I think whatever holiday. If you
Okay.
don't celebrate Christmas, or if you do Christmas, or if you have a favorite holiday.
Yep.
Yeah. Kathy, do you want to start?
Well, I like Christmas, but all my traditions are kind of went by the wayside because there's only like 3 in the family here that are close. Everybody else isn't near.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, let's say everybody was near. What do you like to do?
Well, then we would have all got together and had a big dinner. In this case, we're not even all getting together. The 3 of us are getting together and we're having Chinese. This way we don't have to cook.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Well, it's usually just me and Jim. And if I'm talking about Christmas, Christmas is my birthday. And so what I like to do, like the meal is fine. But honestly, I don't care about the food. I know that sounds crazy, but whatever. I'm good with the food. My thing is we go to the movies every year and I get a big old popcorn and a big old diet soda and I just fall asleep watching a movie. That's what I do. And it's amazeballs.
That sounds like fun.
What about you, Claudia?
It's 3 of us, and then Christmas Eve we sort of dim all the lights, and then we just give out presents. We open our gifts on Christmas Eve, which is really nice. And I did that as a child, so we've carried that on. My husband always opens in the morning, so we always save 1 gift, and that's the Santa gift. So,
Gotcha.
So we all have 1 gift, and then we have the stockings to do in the morning. But usually we open all of our presents. I just love it. It's so pretty at night, and if we're lucky enough and it snows, it's just beautiful. So.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Kristy?
We're pretty traditional. We wake up in the morning and the kids can always open their stockings, and then usually they have to wait until at least 7 before they wake us up. And then we open presents and hang out, and then we usually eat mid-afternoon. We just repeat Thanksgiving dinner for Christmas again because it's so good. So we just do it twice.
Yeah.
What about you, Brett? What do you like to do?
We are big Christmas folk in my family. Growing up, we used to always go on a Christmas Eve walk in the country because I grew up on a farm, which was really nice. And then here, living in the city with my family, we always do lots of Christmas movies on Christmas Eve with appetizers and stuff. And then with a young kid, I mean, we're up at the crack of dawn, like Santa gifts and what have you. So,
yeah, I hear that. All right, Steph, you have to answer. You asked, you have to answer.
Sure, no problem. So on Christmas Eve day, we usually bake all the cookies, and then that evening we just kind of like eat appetizers and the cookies, and then the kids open their like utility presents, like the new socks and and not fun stuff. And then like we make them go to bed and we put the toy presents under the tree, and then they can open in the morning, because if they do it at night, they won't ever go to sleep, and mommy needs sleep.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody else have any questions? That was a great question. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going through here. I know that someone actually sent a question through that says this: Mr. Lewis, I loved Stag and Thistle. What was your inspiration for that line?
Oh, geez, so formal, Mr. Lewis.
Good question.
So yeah, Stag and Thistle was my first fabric collection for Northcott Fabrics, and it was really inspired by growing up in Summerland, BC, in the Okanagan, which is this like gorgeous part of Canada. Everything in that collection was really inspired by little kind of mementos and things from my childhood growing up there. From deer being in the field when we pull into the farm, to like barn swallows that are on our property, and magpies. And like, it's quite funny. One of the little, I can show this because we're live and I have it right here. One of the prints is inspired this like little tin my mom gave me. It was hers from when she was like way younger. It's like an Avon tin, but there's a print that looks really similar to this nest. So yeah, all little memorable things from growing up there on the farm.
Oh,
and I love vibrant colors, so that was the first collection.
Yeah, that collection is so beautiful. I was telling Brett, everybody, before you guys came on, that I have some stashed away. I haven't used it yet because I love it so much.
Same here.
Yep.
Haven't used mine.
No.
I have bolts of it.
Beautiful.
I mean, I get that as the fabric designer, but I
Oh, I'm
shuffled
coming to your house.
that.
We're all
I
like,
shuffled it out
"What?"
and put my new collection on the shelf because I made so many projects with it, obviously for marketing and stuff. And I mean, I hate saying this, but you kind of get sick of sewing with the same fabric after a year. Like I made like
No, I get that.
15
You have
projects
to
with
come
it. I'm
back
like, yeah,
to
enough's
it.
enough. So
Yes.
You
Yeah,
have to come
definitely.
back to it. That's
You do.
all.
I have a UFO that I think I'm going to work on at Christmas that has it in it. So I'm excited to do that. Yvette showing it all off.
I
Yes,
love
you
it.
did. I did
Listen,
too.
the first time I saw this fabric, I had, I mean, I was one of those quilters that when I started, we didn't have any money. I mean, not that I'm,
It's nice to have.
loaded right now, but I did a lot of shopping at Joann's and never really knew the difference. And just like everybody, like I think we all kind of went through that. And then when I started like going to quilt shops and then feeling the fabric and I started learning about the designers and doing all this stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, I want to know who this is. Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. I interviewed Brett for my foundation paper piecing membership, and that interview was one of the best ones I've ever had. Brett, you're so nice. I just want to let everybody know he's genuinely such a sweet person. And I mean, he's taken the time to come here tonight just because I asked him, and I'll do anything for you, Brett. Anything.
That's so
So
kind of you. It was actually, I was thinking back on that event. I think that was probably one of my best interviews I gave. Like it was very it's probably the most candid I've ever been on an interview. Like just
Yeah,
like
it was
visiting
great.
with friends, which is nice. So
yeah.
So another
And-
good
I
question.
saw a question come through, and I'm not the quilter, so I figured this is a legit question. Somebody's asking where to buy Brett's fabrics, what shops they're in. Can you elaborate on that for those of us who don't know here in the chat?
yeah, the quick answer is if you go to Northcott Fabrics website and then find Brett Lewis, your Natural Born Quilter and Designer profile, and then it has each collection I've designed. If you go to the collection, there's a drop-down menu that says where to find your stockist, and it will say each state that it's still available in. It actually shows what SKU is at that store, and it will list the store down to the SKU or the online shop. So that's the easiest way to do it.
Awesome. Yes.
Perfect. I
Yes.
also
And
am
you
seeing
had
in the
a-
chat. I'm also seeing in the chat a couple other things. Can I chime in? A couple people are saying that sometimes if you are clicking on the link for the giveaway and you have to do a confirmation, it's going into spam. So check your spam, guys. It will be there. Let me see. And yes, you can only enter once.
Everybody gets one entry.
And I also have one of my
Spam.
subscribers' daughters watching. So hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily. Lily's like, I don't know that lady, but Kristy just said, hey.
No, Lily's mom watches you too.
Awesome.
Aw. Well, hi, Lily. Okay, does anybody else have any really cool questions? Hold on, I have this. My list is not, I didn't have a lot. So
I got another good question, which would apply to all of us. What do you all do besides sewing, quilting / YouTube?
Okay. Kristy, you want to go with that one? What do you do besides YouTube?
I am a mom and a wife. And YouTube is now my full-time job. So I never really understand that question. I guess people don't understand that YouTube can be a job, but it is a full-time job.
Yes, it definitely can be if you wanted to, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Claudia? What do you do besides quilting and making YouTube videos?
Yeah. Well, my husband and I love to hike when we can, and I help my mom a lot, so I do that a lot, which is nice, and watch a lot of mystery movies and read a lot of mystery books. There you go.
The British kind, right?
Yes, exactly.
What about you, Brett?
Besides quilting, I mentioned earlier, but yeah, I'm a dad and a husband, and I work full time for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, the federal government. So for you guys, it'd be like the USDA, like the agriculture side. So
Okay.
in a nutshell, I'm like an agriculture police officer. It's what I went to school for. Like I went and got my degree in agriculture, my Bachelor of Science, and then got a job with the government. So, and I love my job. My day job's awesome. So I get to drive around the country all the time. So
Oh, that sounds great.
yeah, busy.
Yeah. What do you do, Kathy? I know you just got a new
Oh,
job.
yeah, well, it's the same thing that I was doing before. I work in a dental office. So I'm the one that checks you in and calls your insurance, finds out what you got, that kind of thing. Yep. I've
Awesome.
been doing it for about 18 to 20 years now. So yeah.
Wow. Steph, what about you?
Okay, so well, the biggest thing is I'm a mom of 4 kids, and they're homeschooled. The oldest 2 are schooled, the youngest 2 are too little yet. But so that's a big part of my life. I love to read and play the flute, and I run a fabric store, online fabric store, and I'm a long arm quilter and a pattern designer, and.
Jack of all trades, you do it all.
Yep.
Well, I have a job outside the home as well. I do accounts payable and payroll. It's fine. You know, it does pay the bills. As everyone knows, well, my peeps know that I've been trying to make quilting my full-time gig. That's not going to work. So now I'm sort of pivoting again. I have a quilt shop online, but I'm working to really downsize that a lot because it's taking away from the things that I have now discovered I would rather do, which is more teaching and designing patterns. And someone just said Stephanie can sing.
Oh,
okay. Everyone is saying we want to hear you sing, Stephanie. You got to sing something now.
On,
I don't know.
Stephanie.
They're all saying
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Let's do it.
I'm waiting for people to get tired of me singing that. I mean, seriously, I am waiting because they still ask me to sing that like every time I'm live. It's like absolutely no balls, and I can't sing. So,
okay. So what we're talking about is that when I long arm, I sometimes sing, and somebody might have recorded me and put it on YouTube without me knowing.
Yes, someone did.
Yeah,
someone did that.
So I do like to sing, but not on demand.
Okay, so other questions. Someone asked, what was your first quilt? And did it make you famous or was it a flop? I don't know. I think when I was making my first quilt, which I don't even remember what my first quilt was, I don't think I was thinking about being famous at the moment. And so that would be no. What about you, Stephanie? What was your first quilt? Were you like
quilt.
famous immediately or what?
Oh gosh, no. My first quilt was a junked up mess. No, that was my first quilt, which I put in the bin where it belonged. My second quilt was a baby quilt. I have 4 children.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually did make this little like table topper, and it was little. And I do remember that my quilt top did not even cover my batting. And I just but I still put it out. It's like on my table right now because I remember that's where I started, and look at where I'm at now. My stuff is still not perfect, but at least I covered the batting. That's what I just tell myself, as long as I cover all the batting, I'm good.
Laura Beach is asking, Brett, what are you designing now? Is there anything you're working on that you're allowed to talk about?
Stay tuned for January.
Oh, exciting. Okay.
Fabric collection wise. And then I'm always working on, so whenever there's a new collection, I have to design a plethora of patterns. So there's always that. And I don't love pattern writing, but I've gotten better at it. So yeah. And then I just finished what I'm working on. I'm finishing a tree skirt that I'm just finished quilting.
Oh, cool. Well, I want to talk to you about that January announcement later.
Yeah.
Ladies,
And I'll answer the first quilt that I did, because I literally just did a virtual trunk show recently, so it was right here. So this is the very first quilt I
Oh.
ever made.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
And it was
Oh
a
my
baby quilt
goodness.
for my son,
Oh, nice.
which is
I've
quite
actually
funny.
been wanting to do a quilt
Cute.
like that with the square and square.
Yeah, yeah. And it's so monochromatic if you look at what I do now, like compared to
It's
the bright colorful
beautiful.
stuff is like quite different. So
Yes. What about you, Kathy?
Mine was the handmade, and it was a baby quilt. Each little block was different, and it was all in yellow and green. And I still got it in my cedar chest. I haven't given it to anybody. It's
Oh
not
my
going anywhere.
goodness.
Yep.
Claudia, what was your first quilt?
Well, I taught myself to quilt, so I bought a book and I went to a fabric store and I cut out templates from like cereal boxes. And like I said, I didn't know how to use a machine, so it's actually pretty big. It's a double size.
Wow.
It's tucked away in a cedar chest like Kathy's, and but I still love it. I'm very fond of it. None of the points match. None of the the lumps in all over the place. But it's still special to me, so I'll never get rid of it. So,
And you never see that. Like you think if to you it's like this, woo 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 woo, right? But you don't see it. I used to sew with Fort Worth Fabric Studio as well, and there was one particular quilt that we did where when I put the thing together, I mean, y'all, my stuff is still not perfect, except whenever I'm doing my FPP, then it's perfect. But I was putting it together and literally my points were like at least a half an inch off, a half an inch. And if you zoomed in, you were looking at it going, oh my goodness, I can't believe. But when you step back, you couldn't even tell. It's like, so I totally, when I was doing my tutorial, I was like, listen, I would never do this normally. However, look at this mistake up close. It's horrible. It's like the worst. You can't possibly have made it worse. And then you stepped back and you really couldn't see it. So I was like, stop being so darn hard on yourself, because everything you make is perfect. It's from your heart. You've made it with your bare hands for somebody. You love them. I said that to me is the worst thing about quilting, is when people come in and they are so hard on themselves. I know, because it took me probably 10 years to stop being so hard on myself and just accept, you know what? It's beautiful when it's done. It is. Even if you have mistakes, that's not even important. It's the heart that went into it. And so that's what I love about quilting. And that's what I want to teach people, is that it's all beautiful. It's just, everything is. So I'm gonna stop being sappy now. Let's go to another but that is truly how I feel.
Well, it is. And one of the questions I got was, what is one piece of advice you would give yourself way back when you started quilting? And that is one of the things I always talk about. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, you're going to get better. Your first one might not be perfect, but all you need to see is progress. You don't need to see perfection. You just need to see progress. So,
yes.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Okay, so what do we want to do now? Let's do something else fun. Do we have more questions? I love the questions.
there was one good one. It said, "What is your favorite tool?"
Oh,
I don't see it anymore on the screen, but like, what is your favorite quilting tool? I thought that was an interesting one.
Kathy, what's your favorite tool?
My sewing machine.
Yeah, because you had to hand sew for how long? Like, bring on the machine.
But the one you can't live without is your seam ripper.
Yeah, I try not to use mine. I try to go, okay, is it really that bad of a mistake? Or can I just leave it in there? Like, Kristy, why don't you tell us what your favorite tool is when you're making a YouTube video? Because there are a lot of tools that go into that too.
I'm pretty basic in my editing and my thumbnails. I love iMovie. It's easy. I love PicMonkey. I'm not a big, huge tool girl. I keep it simple.
Oh, okay. That's the easiest way to do it. That's for sure. Yeah. And the funny thing is that people think they can't do a YouTube channel, but really all you need is like a camera or like your phone.
Your phone.
Your phone will pretty much do everything.
Editing
really.
software. If you have iMovie, if you have an iPhone, you've got iMovie right there. It's
Right.
really pretty easy.
Very true. I agree. What about you, Steph? What's your fave?
Well, there's so many, but probably what I'm kind of addicted to right now is my Acorn precision piecing pen. I absolutely love it. I've used it a lot in my videos and people have asked me about it. It really is a game changer for making your seams super flat. So
I gotta find my pen. You gave us one.
yes.
I totally got y'all don't want to see my room. You just don't. But yes, I think that I would love that, like 2 bits.
Yeah.
I personally love my stiletto. I sew slowly. I like to precisely get things in the under the needle, and I am way too much of a perfectionist. But I love my stiletto because it helps. What about you, Brett? You have a fave?
I'm pretty basic when it comes to like a good old ruler and a rotary cutter, but I really like my sewing room's in my basement, so lighting is really important to me. Big difference. So my favorite thing is probably I have a really nice Daylight Company like stand-up lamp with the 2 arms on it, and it has a mount for my phone, which is really nice for doing if I do a little video or thing. So it's just really handy. But any good lighting, I like. There's so many options out there.
Yeah, I'm like blind as a bat. I have like this giant Hollywood light on right now, and I usually put it on even whenever I'm sewing because I can't see anything. So I'm with you on the light. Yeah, it's important.
I have 2 daylight lights on right now. I love that brand I love them.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the basement as well.
Well, it's funny because people are like, oh, your sewing room's so nice. I'm like, it's like maybe 8x10. Like it's small, but you make it look. You can really stage something if you have to make it look nice. But it always, I always felt people always say, oh, you're gonna do like more tutorial videos or something, and I mean, I always say, oh, it's too hard. I don't have time. I don't have the setup. But maybe it's not as hard as it sounds. You guys a lot of you sound
it's
like
really
you do
not
it,
hard.
So it's just time.
You can do it.
You can totally do it.
I will just mention quickly about, and because I know they posted to my store for that coupon. I just applied that just to my digital patterns because I do have some like bigger items on there that aren't discounted. So if anyone's curious.
I'm telling you right now, I want to buy that flipping quilt. If
that's the thing. I'm like, watch someone try to go buy that with the 25% off.
When I saw that, I just sat there and I was like, okay, do I have a credit card?
I never sell quilts, but I'm just like, I have too many. So I was like, I'll just throw these up, see if they go. But that's
my goodness. Yeah. I would buy it in a flipping heartbeat. Y'all go to my store, buy stuff.
So I kind of, we're doing a lot of quilting questions. I saw a question come across for Kristy. They want to know, Kristy, what your favorite box is that you're unboxing.
Well, my boxes are like my babies.
Oh my gosh, that is such a hard question.
It is.
Okay, my favorite clothing box is Wantable. My favorite just like lifestyle box, I love Oceanista. Margot Elena, which I just opened today. Y'all, if you're not subscribed to my channel and my Wantable video today, if you like clothing unboxings, I do try-ons, but there's a giveaway also in that video, and there's 3 winners for some Kendra Scott jewelry. So I'd love to have you guys come over and subscribe. I don't know. I say it almost every day. This is in my top 5 favorites because I love them all. I love subscription boxes.
That is a hard question.
Yeah, they really is. I love Journal Junk Box if you're a stationery lover. I think FabFitFun, a lot of people like to complain about that box, but you really do get a lot of bang for your buck. I don't know. There's a lot of really good boxes out there. There's a lot of not so good boxes. And even if you're looking for budget friendly boxes, you can find boxes under $20, tons of them.
Yeah.
So there's truly something for everyone. And I have opened quilting boxes before, even though I didn't really know what I was talking about. That's okay though.
I try to teach her a couple things, and and the thing about Kristy is she is like, her mind is like a steel trap. She remembers like details of things, and I am so envious of that because, I mean, she'll like remember who Tula Pink is. She will like things that I will have talked about like for just off the cuff, and then she's like, aren't you like, isn't that Tula Pink that you like took the picture with and you were like all, fangirl? Yes, that was her. That's the
Well,
one.
that's because you're my bestie, so I pay attention to the things that you like.
I know.
But I have picked up stuff through osmosis, what a jelly roll race is, and a fat quarter, and a layer cake, and a charm pack.
Very
Like, I know the
knowledgeable.
lingo. Y'all are going to get me to the dark side at some point.
We are going to recruit you.
I think we need a girls' weekend, ladies, where it's a Kristy quilting boot camp.
Oh,
I've got an
someday.
extra sewing machine. I'll bring it.
Yes, and someday we are going to live next to each other. We have to be next door. Like just.
Oh, I think
right
when our
there.
husbands are gone, I think we're just going to live together and be like those old
With
ladies
cats.
that cause havoc in the
Just
neighborhood.
cats. Me, you, and cats.
Yeah.
That's it.
So here was a fun question that came across that could apply to everybody. They want to know what everybody's drinking, if you've got something to drink.
I have a coffee and a bottle of water.
I just have a Coke.
Water.
I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh, yeah. You're a
Have
man
you
after
tried
my own
Dr.
heart.
Pepper? Have you tried Dr. Pepper Zero?
No. I haven't even seen that in Canada, so.
Oh, well, if they ever have it come over, it's good. I mean, I think that people either like it or they don't. Like, my husband is like, oh, I don't like that, because we're Diet Dr. Pepper people all the way, right? And then when they came out with the Dr. Pepper Zero, I don't remember what it was, but there was something, like somebody had them, and I tried one, and I was like, oh, it was really good. So, I don't know, maybe try it if they ever have it come over, because now you can only find it in cans over here.
Well, I can barely find this, and I found a couple cases at the grocery store, so I just bought them. So, because I don't ever see them.
Yeah, I hear you. I really do.
Kathy, what are you drinking?
Well, I was drinking hot coffee, peppermint, that I made with my Keurig machine. And so for Christmas, for myself, I bought this new Ember cup. Let me see if I can get it up there. See the little purple on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's flashing purple because it's empty. So you put it on a charger, put it on your charger, and when it turns green, then you pour your coffee in it and you sync it to your phone. And I keep my coffee at 140 degrees, so it stays in there for hours and keeps it hot.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a gift to me.
That is a gift. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. What you drinking, Steph? You didn't tell us, did you?
Oh yeah, I've been nursing this for about 3 hours and it's cold, but it's so good. I was at Target and I picked up a white chocolate mocha as a little treat.
Awesome. Yeah, it's interesting because I do like hot coffee, but even once it gets cold, I'm fine with it. I mean, I'll drink it either way. But that's still pretty good. And everybody wants you to link the cup now, Kathy.
Yes.
If you have an Amazon affiliate link, you might want to put that in.
I don't, but it's called Ember, EMBER. And they got sales going on now. They're 10, they're 8-inch, 10-inch. They're different colors and everything. So just check them out.
Oh, there you go. Go look for it, guys. EMBER, Ember.
Yep. You'll like it. Yeah.
Okay, what do we have next? No moss is growing under this rock.
We can do some more Never Have I Ever or whatever.
Yeah, I've got a lot of questions, but they exclude Kristy, so I don't want to do
that's
too many
okay.
more.
I'm just here for the ride.
No, that's okay. We should go back to the game.
Yeah, we're going to do more Would You Rathers because those are fun, and I still have like a cajillion left, so it's not like we're going to run out. Okay, here's a great question. Would you rather, A, your shirts always be 2 sizes too big, or B, 1 size too small? And we can appreciate that, Brett. I think you want me in a too big dough. I think everybody's ready for that. Okay, let's see. Okay. Would you rather A, have a photographic memory, or B, an IQ of 200? Pressure's on.
There you go.
Okay, we all want to be able to remember everything. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
For
Because then
sure.
you don't need that IQ of 200 if you can remember everything.
Right?
Especially
true.
the older we get. Oh my goodness.
You so smart, Kathy. You're so smart. That's so true. Okay. Would you rather A, receive $2,000 a month until you die, or B, get $500,000 right now? All right, we got two who want 500,000. Everybody else says, "Till I die, I want money."
There you go. Guaranteed 2,000 a month.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather A, instantly get to your goal weight and get buff or in shape, or B, instantly grow 4 inches? And I'm thinking that means tall.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
See, I'm short. What happened to Steph? Is she frozen?
Yep.
Yes, I think she's frozen.
Oh no, she's frozen.
Well,
Okay.
even 4 inches, that me being short, 4 inches ain't gonna help me any at all.
Oh, any little bit will help for me. I'm so tired of having to pull out a darn ladder. Done. Okay, perfect.
Am I unfrozen?
Oh,
No.
Yes, you're unfrozen.
Okay.
Only your voice on my end.
Yeah, I
yeah,
only,
'cause
I only have
she's
your
still
voice.
frozen over here. Her
Oh.
voice is not frozen, but she's like this.
Oh no. That's not good look.
Well, you look better than me. Don't worry. As long as we can hear you, I think we're good. Maybe you'll come back around in a sec. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here you go. Would you rather go on tour with A, Elton John, or B, Cher?
That's
Okay,
a
but
tricky one.
Stephanie,
I don't
you're
know.
gonna have
That is hard. That's hard.
Yeah, Stephanie will have to tell us.
Stephanie, you have
A.
to tell us.
Hey,
A? Okay, perfect. Once I saw his movie, I was like, I would do anything with Elton John. He seems like a load of fun. Okay. Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather A, sell all of your possessions, or B, sell one of your organs?
Oh.
Oh, Stephanie's
Weird
unfrozen.
Oh.
there you go.
Okay.
I don't like that one.
You didn't like that one?
I didn't either, but I
bizarre.
couldn't give up my sewing machine.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you don't want to give up your sewing machine? That's funny. I
No.
like that. Okay,
I
here's
was
a good
thinking
one.
about helping somebody out by selling your organ.
True.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
didn't even
Yeah.
think about that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Would you rather A, have Adele's voice, or B, Beyonce's dance moves?
I already have Beyonce's
Yay.
dance moves.
I would be so flippin' happy if I could actually sing. Because I sing, whether I can or not, and I think other people would be happy too, but we're not going to go there. Okay, would you rather A, sleep in a doghouse, or B, let stray dogs sleep in your bed?
Doghouse.
I'm the only one who wants to sleep with all the puppies?
I mean, stray dogs.
But they're strays.
Who cares? It's not their fault they're stray. They won't be stray anymore if they're in your bed. Okay, let's see. We're just way too telling here. Okay, I already know what Kristy's gonna say. Would you rather? Watch, I'm gonna be wrong. I'm not gonna say what I think. Would you rather A, have unlimited international first class tickets, or B, never have to pay for food at restaurants? Oh, that's not what I thought she was going to say. Me and Kathy, we just want all the free food we can get.
Come on over to my house. It's all free. I'm going to go get it.
It's interesting because I've traveled a bit, and I don't know. It's like I'm a homebody. Yep. I like going and doing things and seeing my friends, but as far as like going to a foreign country or something, I really don't care anymore. That's terrible. But it's like I like just being home or being able to just hang out with people I don't get to see a lot or something like that. Anyway, let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, would you rather A, lose the ability to read, or B, lose the ability to speak?
Ooh.
This is a tough one because I talk a lot.
But I love to read.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I would rather. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I could definitely give up speaking over reading.
Yeah. Okay, let me get to a different page.
I feel like we have Audible. They can read to you.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. It didn't specify that. Okay, would you rather A, know all the mysteries of the universe, or B, know every outcome of every choice you make?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's like seeing the future. You can see every outcome that you make.
Or at least know if you're making the right decision or not.
There you go.
Because I've made too many wrong ones. Oh, look at, we're like split.
Half, yeah.
We're like totally split. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's a good question. If you're totally split, that's a good question.
That was a deep one.
Right?
It's split in the comments too.
Really? It's split in the comments?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I get me that one, like if you knew all the choices ahead of time, I feel like it would be kind of really a boring life.
I don't
either.
But that's just me because I'm so tired of making bad decisions.
Oh.
At this point I want to know.
And what would you do? What would you do if you know all the mysteries of the universe? What are you going to do? Write a book?
Sure.
There you go. Then I'll just read your book. See?
Not if you lost your ability to read.
I can still read though. I picked that one.
That's right.
I could just tell my husband I'm always right, and I'd be right. So.
Okay, here's a good one. I think this might be divisive as well. Would you rather have your whole house A, completely carpeted, or B, completely tiled?
Yeah.
Me and Claudia, and then everybody else wants tile. I love carpet. When I was growing up, the house that my dad had, he put carpet everywhere. Like our bathroom had indoor-outdoor carpet. And I'm not saying that that's the way to go. I'm just saying I got so used to, you didn't have to wear socks, and your feet would never dirty and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. That's just, it's a me thing. Okay, let's see. I did that one already. Okay. Would you rather A, have a horrible job, but be able to retire comfortably in 10 years, or B, have your dream job, but have to work until the day you die?
Ay.
I'm already gonna have to work till the day I die, and I hate my job. So.
That's split.
Wow, look, we're split right down the middle on that one too. What's everybody in the comments saying?
They're all saying B that I can see.
And there's a couple A's in there.
I saw
see
some
some
A's.
A's.
I
Yeah.
can see some A's.
Yeah, I see
Okay,
A's.
that's interesting. Okay, would you rather A, stay in during a snow day, or B, build a fort? Claudia, you have to build your own fort.
That's right.
Sorry.
I love building snow.
You're on your own.
I haven't done it in a long time, but
I haven't either. In fact, I think the last time I built a fort, it was all sheets, you know? Okay, so here's another one, sort of like one we just had, but it's a little different. Would you rather A, be able to go to any theme park in the world for free for the rest of your life, or B, eat for free at any drive-through restaurant for the rest of your life? Oh my goodness, we're split on that too. I'm just not a huge fan of fast food. I don't know why. I used to be, but it don't like me back too much.
What you talking about, Willis? Every day at lunch, you're like, I'm going to Popeyes.
Right? I don't have any choice. If I went to a sit-down restaurant, I would never get paid. And I have eaten egg salad for the past 3 days.
Starbucks.
Okay, that's not food. That's like coffee.
What do you call your sugar plum Danish girlfriend?
Girl, they don't ever have that darn thing. I ask them every day for a darn sugar plum Danish, and they never have it.
I talk to you every day, and you're always at the fast food.
I ask for it every day. They never have it. Of course, they're probably saving me from myself because I would eat like a whole slew of sugar plum Danish. Okay. Okay, this one's kind of funny. just the mental picture of it. Would you rather A, be forced to dance every time you heard music, or B, be forced to sing to any song you ever heard? Oh. That's the only one
I don't know.
who wants to dance. We have actually almost done every single one. This is hilarious. Okay, would you rather A, have free Wi-Fi wherever you go, or B, be able to drink unlimited free coffee at any coffee shop?
Oh, I know your answer.
B.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got coffee in common here. Yay. As long as it's a frou-frou coffee, because I don't like drip. But, you know, that's okay. Oh, here's a good one. Would you rather A, never have to clean a bathroom again, or B, never have to do dishes again?
That's easy for me.
Oh, look, we're almost split. Oh. See, I don't mind doing dishes as long as I don't have to like lean over and try to scrub the other wall or whatever. I hate that in the bathroom.
Should we have everybody, if there's any last questions, put them in the comments?
Yeah.
Do a last round of questions.
Yeah.
Yes, let's try to look at the questions. You're right. I'm so glad that we have other people here, not just me. I would would you rather all night. Okay, let's see. It would kill the person who thought this up. I don't know what that one was. Okay, you guys have any questions? Oh, you can't get an auto washer for the bathroom.
Oh, I think it was the dishes one. Yeah.
That's the dishes one, yes.
Family of 6, I don't like doing dishes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just seeing people doing the would you rather. Wanda wants to know, would you rather, what is your choice of binding a quilt? I'm not sure what that means.
Maybe hand or machine binding.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yep. Machine.
Machine.
Hand.
Machine.
I hand bind everything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
I actually I like putting the front with a machine and the back hand binding. I just don't have time. That's my thing. If I had time, I actually really like doing the other side, the second side by hand.
It really relaxes. I find it so relaxing. I can just, I love bind. That's one of my favorite parts of making my quilts is the binding. Just that finishing touch, the hand binding on the back is so relaxing to me. So
yeah, it's kind of like the last moment after you spent all that time with this project, and then maybe you're giving it away. I mean, I do that with a lot, or you're like, okay, it's almost done. I like it too. What's TV on in the background or music or something?
Yeah.
So Wanda clarified. She said she wants to know if we miter or if we straight bind.
Miter.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked, what is
unanimous.
Somebody was asking, what is the best sewing machine for a beginner?
Well, this is just me, and I'm sure we'll all say something different, but I say Baby Lock. Baby Locks are just so easy, and I only say that because pretty much at the same time that I bought my first Baby Lock, I also tried a Bernina, and the Bernina I wanted to chuck out the window. So I'm just saying, for a beginner, I think that Baby Locks are more intuitive.
She says she wants to start making her own dog bandanas, which sound fun.
Oh. All right. What do you guys
I think that's a hard question with the sewing machines because the best advice I can give anybody is go to a sewing center that has multiple brands.
Yep.
Because it's all going to feel different to you. Like, I'm a Janome girl. I love Janomes. I don't want anything other than a Janome. But that's me. She loves, Yvette loves Baby Locks. Other people love Berninas. So I would just say that's the best thing you can do is go try them out and stick to a budget. If you have a budget, don't let them talk you into something you can't afford and you don't want.
I didn't do that. I'm just saying.
You know what? I wasn't even going to give a name brand. I was just going to say make sure it has a straight stitch and a zigzag, and then go from there.
Okay. All
Instead of don't ever just get a straight stitch for your first machine, because then you're going to regret it and wish you got something with a zigzag. Yep.
Okay. There you go. Brett, what do you think? Just your opinion.
I mean, Stephanie's advice was spot on. I think it's really important to try out multiple. I'm a Janome guy as well, so maybe I like that answer too. But yeah, no, my first sewing machine was a beginner Janome, and it was in my budget, and I just loved it. And then now I've upgraded. So, but yeah, it depends on the person and what feels right too. So,
yeah, I agree. Claudia, what do you use?
I use a Janome also, but I love Stephanie's advice that I really think people, you just got to sit down and try a bunch of different ones,
I agree. I agree. That's true.
Well, how old were you when you got your first sewing machine, Brett?
It was 5 years ago. I just started sewing 5 years ago.
Okay.
So,
see, I got mine when I was in junior high, so that was way back in the 70s. So they didn't have the Janomes.
I'm teasing.
And I got believe it or not, I got top of the line Sears Kenmore with 23 cams in it, which gave all those extra stitches. Yeah, that was a big deal way back then. Yep.
Somebody loved you.
My dad took me, believe it or not even my mother. My dad took me to buy it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Some of those older machines, like you can't beat them. Like they don't make certain things like they used to. And I've seen like some of those workhorse sewing machines that just keep going and going.
Yeah. Yep. I think that I would be like, because all I've ever owned is computerized machines. So like if I ever had to like thread my own needle, I'd probably want to slit my wrist. I know that's horrible, but I'm just saying I I have such a hard time even whenever I'm trying to thread a needle, like to do cross stitch or something, that if I had to do it every time I was on the machine, I probably would be like, okay, I quit. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I say, look for the automatic needle threader. Oh, everybody's talking about their machines. That's
Yep.
cool. That's cool. Did you guys see any other questions?
No, I just see a lot of people talking about machines. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I know that you guys we all have a busy life right now. Is there anything that anybody wants to talk about before we close up? Like, do you want to talk about projects that you have coming up on your channels or anything like that? And then we can maybe wind it up.
Well, I'll go first. If
Perfect.
That's okay.
Go.
I do a monthly series, and it's called Working Our Scraps Off. And I just do a little freebie project. I'm actually going to post my next one tomorrow. It's like a Christmassy type block. And just once a month, I post a free scrappy project. And I have a Facebook group that's really active, and they share like really beautiful, their scrap projects and stuff like that. And I'm really having a lot of fun doing that. And it keeps me on a nice schedule too. I can do something every month, so that's nice.
What's your Facebook group called?
It's called Working Our Scraps Off.
Oh, that's cute. Okay.
I figured I'd keep it the same as the YouTube series. So
perfect.
Is that like in your LinkedIn as well?
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. So just to let everybody know, after we're done with this, I'm going to go and make sure that everybody's social media is in the description box. It might take me a few minutes, but I'm going to get all that in there. So you'll be able to find everybody's everything that I know of. Brett's shop, because people have been asking a lot about that. Stephanie's long arming services, her shop. I know that Kathy's got her YouTube. Kristy's got an Amazeballs YouTube, and she's on Instagram and everything. She posts every day. So you guys want to go check that out. And I'll make sure that everybody has all those links. Does anybody else have anything going on? Kathy, I know that you're finishing up the Fort Worth
Right.
Fabric Studio.
So on Monday, we're going to be assembling the whole thing. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And we know Brett's got something secret coming up in January you can't talk about.
Yeah. I mean, always busy working on something else too. Yeah. So
where can people follow you to hear the announcement?
You can check out Northcott's site, but I'm not on YouTube because I've seen that pop up, like, where's Brett's YouTube? I'm not a YouTuber. So you can find me either on Instagram or Facebook at Natural Born Quilter, or on my website. If you subscribe to my blog, when I do a blog entry, which I try to do, I'll do one in the new year. I send out like a little newsletter, and they're usually fairly photo heavy and stuff with stuff that's coming up or exciting stuff. So check that out, just naturalbornquilter.com.
Awesome. Steph, what you got coming up?
Well, in the immediate future, tomorrow on my channel, Yvette and I are just going to do a little UFO sewing. If you have any last minute Christmas projects you want to finish, come on over and chat with us and sew along. And then I have a whole list of questions that I didn't go through because they're very quilter heavy. So Yvette and I will kind of go through those tomorrow and answer some of those.
Awesome.
Then the Fort Worth Fabric Studio, of course, the blocks are behind me on the wall. I'm so excited to finish that. The finishing instructions come out on Monday. And then in the future, I'm going to do a spring block of the week sew along. And then I have my first ever retreat that I organized coming up in April. So lots of things.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
Kristy, what's up for you? I know that you're aiming to get to a certain number on YouTube.
Yes, I am. Nobody's counting, but I'm 239 people away from 25K.
Yay.
Feels like a big number. You're going to see some changes. I haven't made any formal announcement yet, but you'll hear it here first. There's going to be a few changes on my channel in the new year. Some exciting things. So stay tuned.
Awesome. For me, I basically am going to be working on finishing up Vlogmas. I am working toward downsizing my quilt shop online so that I can focus more on teaching and tutorials on YouTube and more designing of patterns and really amping up piecing it real, because that has been like my dream for so long, and the darn quilt shop's getting in the way. So I'm gonna ease on out of the quilt shop and move more toward my membership. So you can look for more information about that coming up in the new year.
Awesome.
Okay, I think that's good, unless there's anything else anybody wants to say.
Thank you for having me. This was
thank you.
fun. It's my first live
thank
stream,
you.
so I was
It's
a little
fun.
nervous. So
Thank you for organizing all
Everyone
this,
did great.
Yes.
bringing us all together. This was a lot of fun.
It was fun. I had a great time. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for agreeing to come on with me. I
You
couldn't
bet.
have done it without you ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and I can't wait to go follow everybody and learn more about quilting. Y'all are going to bring me over to the dark side. I know. I just know it.
Something, just little projects. You don't even have to make a big quilt. You can just make like something for the table.
Oh no, you don't. You know me. I can't just make something little. I got to jump in like both
That's true.
feet.
This is true. This is true. Okay, and thank you to everybody who came and watched.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we had just been sitting here talking, and y'all weren't there to, converse back with us and interact, it wouldn't have been the same. And I love all of you so much. You have supported all of us for so long.
Yes.
And there's absolutely no way we could have done it without you ever. So I love you to pieces. We'll see you for the rest of Vlogmas, and maybe we'll have another one of these. Comment in all of our channels how you liked it, and we'll consider doing it again. So thank you
and
so much.
And don't forget to sign up for the giveaway.
Yes, I'm going to put that down in the description box too, so everybody will be all set.
Awesome.
Okay, bye you guys.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.